start off. Great atmosphere tonight. The fan support to come out. Obviously, having the night practice here was phenomenal. Shoot, it felt kind of like a little fall night tonight. But it was great. Good competition, back and forth. Love the effort, love the energy from our guys tonight. So it was really good.
Shane, we were talking to some of the event staff, and they said that you kind of came to them about this idea and had the idea, at least at some point, came from you. Why was this a good idea in your mind?
I kind of wanted to bring back like that Friday night feel when you're in high school playing under the lights. That was always a special time for myself and a lot of these guys, doing that. So to have that opportunity to do it here, at Grand Park in front of our fans, I thought it was really special.
And then you don't get a lot of scrimmage, like full scrimmage type practices in the NFL.
Yeah.
When was the last time you've done one like this, where it's just a ton of 11 on 11?
Probably a couple years ago, but it was good to get that. Obviously, we did our pregame warm-up just like we would in the game with everything we did, and it was just 11 on 11, got our field goal, got some special teams in there, but it was good. You warm up, and then you go freaking play like you do in high school, so just like you do in the game, so it was fun.
So what were your thoughts on the explosives you saw tonight?
It was good. Obviously, you want to be explosive offensively, and the guys made some plays down the field. Ashton had a big one. AD had a big one. So it was good to see.
Was that a little bit more of an emphasis? It just felt like we hadn't really seen Anthony specifically kind of go deep, and then tonight, a couple of them.
Yeah, he made some really good plays. Obviously, as we get ramping up these things, we put some more offense in, and it was a really good job by those guys, executing offensively.
Tyler Warren had the catch over the middle. Your thoughts on that catch from that guy?
It was an incredible catch, but I did get some backlash because guys thought it was a sack, and it might have been, and I'll take that blame. It probably definitely was, and I was watching the route, so that was on me, but it was a hell of a catch by Tyler in that situation.
Is it getting to the point you expect these catches from him?
Yeah, absolutely. You saw it on the college tape. He did it all his college career. Obviously, this last year at Penn State was phenomenal. So to see it, come to life here with us, it's been really good.
We were talking about how it's a little slower to start to camp for AD, but big night for him tonight. Just how encouraging was that?
Very encouraging. Like I said, I think he's a hell of a football player. His route running ability, I've talked about it multiple times, is really good. And for him to make the plays that he did tonight, you can just see the growth there.
Shane, what did you see from Lotso? It seemed like he was in the backfield.
Yeah, he was. Obviously going into his second year, obviously you want to see that jump. He's put in the work, put in the effort, had some really good rushes tonight, and we need that this season from him.
The Friday Night Lights field, did you feel the guys feed off that energy? It felt like they were celebrating every big play, and there was a ton of them.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. It was great to see. Anytime, you can have some back and forth banter with the offense and defense, get the energy going, the urgency going. It was awesome.
Buck and Mooney weren't out there tonight. Is there anything going on with those two?
Yeah, Buck's got a foot, and Mooney just had a rest day.
There's been a progression with the quarterbacks over the course of this camp, and is that natural? Did you expect that?
Yeah, you want to see growth, obviously, from day one to whatever we're in now, day 7, day 8, keeping track of these days. Both have been doing a really good job. It's been both of them have, made plays at a high level the last couple of days, and that's what you want to see. You want to see growth, you want to see completions, you want to see the offense moving up and down the field, so both have been doing a really good job.
With Jalen and Juju, hamstrings can kind of be wide range. What are you guys expecting with them?
We'll see. I think, Jalen's is a little more severe than Juju's, but I don't have a timetable on their return.
Will Mallory, you've seen him make some plays on the field. What stood out to you about just his growth?
Yeah, obviously, he's a guy that when we saw him coming out of college a couple of years ago, good route runner, good hands, and then, to see it progress over the last couple of years and then going into this training camp, he's got a really good feel, a good knack, certain routes we put him on. But he's made some tight window catches in training camp so far, and you need to make tight window catches in this league, and I think he's done a nice job of that.
Shane, with Anthony, it seems like the underneath stuff's a little cleaner for him. Have you observed that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think everything's cleaner right now. He's playing at a high level. He's making good decisions with the football, taking the completions when needed, so it's been really good to see.
Shane, how do you balance ramping things up in this second week with recognizing that it really only is week 2 of camp, not going too quickly with it?
Yeah, I think, there's got to be urgency, though. Obviously, when the pads come on, the urgency picks up a little bit. We got a couple more practices, and, we head to Baltimore. We got a game a week from today. So the urgency's got to be there every single day moving forward.
So
a couple more?
What scenarios did you put them through at the end? We were trying to look at the clock. How much time was left?
There was 46 seconds left. There was no timeouts. The offense was down by 7. They needed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to win it.
Shane, going through the full pregame warm-up today, was that kind of intentional to add to that kind of Friday Night Lights?
Yeah, absolutely. Wanted the pregame warm-up and then go into a scrimmage atmosphere, like it's a game. So that was the whole intent behind everything.
Sheriff, are you ready to share how you're going to do your quarterbacks in the preseason games?
We're going to talk through that tomorrow and probably have a final decision on Monday. Yeah.